Today, guys, all the way from this guy in studio with me today. It's gonna be in our virtual studio. He hails from Jamaica, but currently he's in Texas. He's a songwriter, he's a rapper, he's a music producer, he's an artist. He deals in also artist management. He's a sound engineer, and he just does it all. And today we have the multi-talented Sadiki in studio. Hi, Sadiki.
Hey, greetings.
Hi. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Glad to be here.
Oh, yes.
Not there physically.
Yes, I know.
Not here, but I don't know. We change up a lot of things, you know what I mean?
Yes, I'll be expecting you once Corona is done and guys are able to fly. When you come to Kenya, please be sure to stop by our studios. But anyway, talking about Corona, how's Corona, affecting you as an artist at the moment? Things changed and things are not happening the way they used to be. It's not like this is our new normal. How is it for you? How's the experience?
What I want to say, it is something that, these things, you only think about them how it's happening all the time. That's you're gonna come a time in life when you really experience something like a pandemic, you know what I mean? So just to be alive in this time, is I don't want to say it's a blessing because it is definitely not a blessing as far as the people that it's affecting, in a negative light. But there's just a lot of lessons and a lot of things that we have just been looking at and saying, wow, I can't believe that it happened.
Hello? Sorry, you've hanged a bit. Okay, you're back. But for you as an artist, first let me ask, how long have you been in the industry? How long have you been doing music commercially? I don't think you can hear me, guys. Hello,
Yeah, I'm
Sadiki?
hearing you now.
Oh, you can hear me
Connection is,
now. Can you hear me right now?
yeah.
Okay, so I was asking for
Yeah,
you,
I'm hearing you well.
how long have you been in the entertainment industry and doing music, commercially? How long has it been?
Professionally, I'd say about 20, a little over 20 years, you know what I mean? So I've been at it for a while, definitely.
You do a lot of things in relation to being an artist, and you have 5 solo albums. Tell us about it. Like, how was it? Like, was it every 5 years you were releasing an album, or what was the idea behind you having 5 solo albums in your 20-year career?
Well, I mean, there's really no formula when it comes to releasing albums, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of, once the music hits you, then it's time to put it out. It's always good to do this music in a way where you give it a break. I mean, there has to be some time in between. You can't just be out there every day. People need not see a face all the time. So that's really how I approach it when it comes to my music. I just try to make sure, say, you put yourself out there, but you don't put yourself out there to the point where people say, boy, tired to see that brother, and I'm sit too much Sadiki, man. Next, you know what I mean? So that's really how I approach my music. It's just a matter of when the music comes, it's time to put it out there. You don't rush it. You just take it all in the right, stages and do it that way.
Amazing. And I was listening to some of your music and I realized you also do some, they're called what? You do covers for some beautiful music. And I was listening to some of them. I was like, do you have a certain criteria that you use when it comes to choosing maybe the songs that you'll do, maybe your own version of it? Do you have like a criteria, or you just, whatever you feel like you're vibing to, that's what you'll go with?
Yeah, well, definitely. It's all about a vibe. The greatest thing, and I forgive Father God thanks, is that He has blessed me to be multi-talented to the point where I'm able to, sing songs, write songs, actually go into the studio and make the music and actually record it. And, I'm an engineer as well. So most of the things that you're listening to, I'm actually the person doing the mixing and the mastering as well. So I am able to, once I conceive music, I'm able to hear it through its final stage, right? And that is really a great blessing because I'm able to essentially know exactly what the final outcome is going to be. You know what I mean? I know where I want to place the vocals, I know where I want to place each instrument. Seeing so that is really my process when I'm doing music. I have to feel the music. It has to be something that I know is going to move people. You know what I mean? Whether thing about moving people to, people think that it's always going to be positive, but we don't know how people going to react, how people going to interpret the music. Some people you give music and then, see it as a negative thing, it's a negative impact on them, and others you give the same music and it becomes something positive to them. You know what I mean? So really and truly, them say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. When it comes to music, interpretation is really in the ears of the person who's listening to it. So you just have to put it out there, put out your best, and just kind of let it go.
Very true. And you're talking about being an engineer. You've produced music for like some of the, big artists that we know who do dancehall and reggae music. So was it always something you wanted to do or thought about, or it just came like as you were doing your music and, you started producing your own music? You're open-minded to, producing for other artists as well.
Yeah, so really and truly, I actually started out from I was in high school. You know what I mean? Just kind of playing around with different software, and that's really where my love for producing came in. When things started becoming really more digital, more than analog, it was very easy for me to deal with, do computers and things. I was always very, very good at that. So when the different software programs started becoming more popular, it just became like second nature to me. And I started doing it from, like I said, from my high school days and just continued right through. You know what I mean? So I've kind of grown into it. You can't really say.
You're in Texas. Is it that you're there maybe doing projects or you had a tour? Because I'm seeing like you've literally toured so many places. Your album has topped charts from Japan to Europe to the States. You're also on Billboard. Like you've achieved so much. So were you like doing a tour or you were working or you stay in Texas? What's the thing that's happening?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So right now you say Texas, but I'm actually in Canada right now. So
But you've been to Texas though. Yeah.
yeah, I was wondering where Texas thing from still, you know what I mean? When I say, yo, I'm actually in Canada right now, see? So we're doing some work over here right now. But in terms of the whole touring, you don't know what's happening in the world, so there's not much happening right now as far as going out there and doing music for the masses. Seeing so right now it's just studio vibes. It's just as things like what we're doing right now, making sure that we're remaining visible as much as possible. As I said, this year was supposed to be dedicated to Africa. I had some plans to come over and do some shows in Kenya and so forth, and we really vibe with the people them. So I'm really disappointed that that's not happening. But we still have it in the cards. Still want to make it happen. I mean, Kenya has been such a blessing for me, seeing as an artist. So that is really where the focus is right now. Just kind of doing the music, putting things together, and then once this thing is finally over or to a point where we can get back out there on the road, to kind of go back out there and meet to the people face to face again.
Looking forward to maybe a sixth album or 2020. I think 2020 is that year. You'll just say 2020 happened, but you necessarily don't even know what happened in 2020. So should we be expecting bigger collabos, a sixth album? What's in store for us from you?
Yeah, so like I said, COVID kind of put a pause on a lot of the works that was going into some great promotions and so forth. So we've not put aside those plans. We kind of delayed them. right? So right now, the next thing we're gonna be releasing the video for the single called "Shine." It's from the last album, Blue Mountain Acoustic. Scene, and I believe we're gonna be premiering that, right here on Switch TV. So big up yourself, big up
Thank
Kalonji,
you. Uh-huh.
scene.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. And then we also have, a really nice surprise in a collaboration with a beautiful Kenyan artist. So that is the next thing to come after this Shine single and video. So watch out for that.
Awesome. We shall be waiting. Thank you so much for taking your time. I do hope you get to come to Kenya and just come to studio. At least I get to, have you here in studio one-on-one. Bless up, all the best in everything that you're doing. And of course, Kalonji is gonna, do what he does best. And we're gonna hear the vibe and the new song we are expecting from you.
Yes, yes. Bless up yourself too, Saint. And big up the man Kalonji, Saint. Big up all of Kenya. One love and respect.
So guys, you've heard it from Sadiki, all the way he's in Canada, but he's a Jamaican dancehall artist. And we tell you, we bring you the best here in studio. Na kama kawa tunasema Kalonji unasikia ameambiwa tuko na something which is going to premiere. So he's going to be telling us about it. And back to you, Kalonji. Wagwan!
Hey.